A hearty welcome to one and all. I am Rohini Batwal from Gokuli Education Society's registered to English Medium High School with 8th standard science subject. And the topic is human body and organ system. Students, in the previous video, we have learned what are the external respiration, internal respiration. We have seen the structure and function of the heart. Let us see the next part. Can you recall, students, what is meant by blood circulation? Second, which organs are present in blood circulatory system? Let us see blood circulatory system. Students, circulatory system performs the function of transport of various substances like water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients and waste material through different organs. An independent system, blood circulation is present in humans and higher animals. It consists of three, that is heart, blood vessels and capillaries. Let us see then what is the structure and function of heart. Heart is present almost at the center in the thoracic cage. It is present behind the ribs between two lungs and slightly inclined on left side. Size of 4-hour heart is equal to one's own fist and its weight is about 360 grams. It is covered by a double-layered peritoneal membrane. A fluid is present between two membranes due to which heart is protected from friction and mechanical shocks. Human heart is a muscular organ. It is made up of involuntary cardiac muscles. They contract and relax with a definite rhythm. This is called as beating of the heart. Internally, heart is divided into left and right compartments by a vertical partition. Each of those compartments is again divided into two chambers. Thus, in all, heart consists of 4 chambers. Upper chambers are called as atria, that is singular atrium, and lower chambers as ventricles. Let us see the blood vessels, the structure and function. Heart is beating continuously. Due to this, blood continuously circulates through blood vessel. There are mainly two types of blood vessels are there. The first are arteries and second is veins. First is arteries. Blood vessels which carry the blood away from heart are called as arteries. Except the one carrying blood towards lung, all carries oxygenated blood. These are deeply located in the body and their walls are thick. These vessels do not have walls. Let us see the veins. Vessels carrying the blood towards the heart from various parts of body are called as veins. All veins except the one carrying blood from lungs transport deoxygenated blood. Most of the veins are superficially located in the body. Their walls are thin and these are provided with valves. Let us see capillaries. Arteries gradually branch out but decrease in their diameter as they spread in the body and finally form fine hair-like vessels called as capillaries. Walls of capillaries are extremely thin and made up of single layer of cells. Due to this, exchange of materials between capillaries and cells becomes easy. During the exchange, the oxygen, nutrients, hormones, vitamins, etc. are sent towards the cell and waste materials of the cells move into blood. Capillaries unite together to form the vessels of more diameter called as veins. Capillary network is present in each organ. Let us see blood circulation through heart, that is functioning of the heart. See students, process of pumping the blood towards various parts of the body and bringing it back towards the heart is called blood circulation. So as to maintain the continuity in circulation, heart alternately contracts and relaxes. Consecutive single contraction and relaxation of heart constitutes a single heartbeat. Can you tell, students? We can feel the pulse behind the ears and near the heel of foot. How this pulse occurs? And what flow out when we have an injury? Comment your answers in the comment section. We are moving towards the blood. Students, blood is a red colored fluid material. It is fluid connecting tissue. The oxygenated blood is deep red colored, salty in taste, and its pH is 7.4. Blood is composed of mainly two components, that is plasma and blood cells. So what is the plasma? Plasma is a pale yellow, clear and slightly alkaline fluid. It consists of 90 to 92% of water, 6 to 8% of protein, and 1 to 2% inorganic salts and other components. B is albumin. It distributes the water all over the body. C is globulins, that is, it is protection. And the last one is fibrinogen and prothrombin. It helps in blood clotting process. So inorganic ions are calcium, potassium, sodium, controls the functions of muscles and nerves. And the second is blood cells. So there are mainly three types of cells are there. The first is red blood cell, that is RBCs. Second is white blood cell, that is WBCs. And the last one is platelets. So what is this RBC? RBC are small circular enucleated cells. These cells appear red due to hemoglobin. Oxygen dissolves in the blood due to the hemoglobin. So students, 50 to 60 lakhs RBCs are present in each cubic millimeter of blood. RBCs are produced in red bone marrow and live for about 100 to 127 days. Second is WBC. These are large nucleated and colorless cells. So 5,000 to 10,000 WBCs are present per meter cube of blood. 5 types of WBCs are present. They are basophils, eosinophils, neutrophils, monocytes and lymphocytes. So WBCs are produced in red bone marrow, and WBC acts as a soldiers in our body. And its functions are, these cells attack the pathogens entering our body. They protect us from the microbial diseases. And the last one is platelets. These are extremely small and disc shaped. So 2.5 to 4 lakhs platelets are present per meter cube of blood, that is millimeter of meter cube of blood. And the functions of platelets participate in blood clotting process. Now let us see what are the functions of blood. The first function is transport of gases. So oxygen is carried via blood from lungs to cells in various parts of body, and carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs. The second function of blood is transport of nutrients. Simple nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids are taken up by blood from wall of alimentary canal and transported up to each cell in the body. The third function of blood is transport of waste materials. Nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, creatinine are released by tissue into blood, which carries those to kidney for excretions. Fourth is protection. Antibodies are produced in the blood and they protect the body from microbes and other harmful particles. The fifth function of blood is transport of enzymes and hormones. Blood transports the enzymes and hormones from the site of their production to the site of their actions. The sixth function is thermoregulation. Body temperature is maintained constant at 37 degrees Celsius by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Seventh function is maintaining the balance of minerals like sodium, potassium in the body. And the last function of blood is, if bleeding occurs at the injury, platelets and a protein called fibrinogen of the blood form a clot and seal the injury. So students, here we have finished, and in the next video we will see the next part. Hope so you are well at your home. Thank you, students. Bye.